Welcome to today's session. Today we are starting our second chapter, Effective Letter Writing and its various types. Traditionally, business predominantly used written correspondence. This practice is developed in business as we need proof for transaction. We learned in our previous chapter that written communication is more reliable and serves as proof. Written communication also has various types like advertisement, leaflets, letters, etc. In the study of commercial correspondence, we will be specifically focusing on letter writing. Let's begin with the history of letter writing. In olden times, letter writing was not common. It was used mostly by kings and royals, because sending of letters required trained pigeons or messengers, which was not available to all. Letters were written on leaves, cloth, and later after invention of paper, on paper. During British rule, Britishers brought the concept of Post and Telegraph Department to India. Mostly inland letter, postcards and envelopes were used. Later, Postal Department introduced registered post and speed post, which are still popular today. In addition to postal systems, courier or angadiya is widely used. Now, most of the businesses are using email also. Now let's on to the characteristics of letter which have made these letters popular. It is simple and reasonable. Format of letters are very simple. It includes date, address, salutation, body of letter, complimentary clause and signature. It does not require specific training or learning, unlike audio and visual communication. Second, it is important and useful for both writer and receiver. It serves as reference and proof and thus useful for both. There is no restriction of place and time. Writer and receiver can be at different places. They need not meet each other and they can access the communication at their own convenient time. Thus, there is no restriction. It is useful as proof or evidence. Unlike oral communication, which is just hearsay, a written communication can be used as proof in case of disputes. Fifth, it can be kept confidential. If you are sending your letter in envelope, only the addressee will open it. For example, if you have addressed a letter to the CEO, it will be opened by CEO only. Also, in case of tampering of letter, the receiver can know it by seeing the letter. Likewise, email addresses are private and protected and thus will be read by the intended person only. In future, the information can be reused. The letter can be kept as a record and used for reference. Sending of letter is easy. Sender just needs to affix the appropriate stamp and drop it in a mailbox, and the receiver will receive it at his address, so it's easy for both the parties. It is a link between the writer and the receiver of letter. Through a letter, you can create an emotional bond. You can create an image of your firm. Any transaction in business, example any sort of purchase, begins with a letter. Thus, it serves as a link between two parties. It creates the image of firm. If you take care while writing your letter, it will help to create a good image of your firm. If letter is courteous with correct grammar, it gives a positive image. But if it is a badly drafted letter, the receiver will think that you don't care about your work or about the receiver and thus create a negative impact. It is a silent representative of the firm. Whatever information you need to pass on, it may be about procedures, processes or products or even complaints. The letter talks to the receiver on behalf of the firm and thus becomes a silent representative. Next is the types of letter writing. Letters are written with various objectives like business purpose, administration purpose or personal use. Letters written for personal use are called informal letter. Example, letter for invitation to a function or celebration, condolence letter, congratulatory letter, etc. Letters written for purpose other than personal purpose like business, government related, etc. are formal letter. Formal letters can further be divided into two parts: business and official letters. Letters for the purpose of business like letter of order, which is used to order goods, letter of inquiry, etc. are categorized as business letters. Letters written for government or administrative issues are called official letters. What is an effective business correspondence? Let's understand one word at a time. First, correspondence. Correspondence is the exchange of information between two or more parties. These parties can be individual, business or government. So, any exchange of information between individual and business, business and government, individual and government, etc. is called correspondence. Business correspondence means any correspondence which is carried out for the purpose of business. Example, advertisement, letter of complaint, letter of business negotiation, etc. The vocabulary or the words used in business correspondence is different from the vocabulary used in private correspondence. What is the importance of business letter? Or you can say which are the areas or activities in which business letters are used. Firstly, it is used to keep in constant touch. A transaction has various stages like ordering of product, period of manufacturing of goods, packaging, transportation, payment, etc. During all these stages and during the period of contract, the supplier and customer can remain updated about different activities through letters. Second, it creates prestige and good image. Business letter gives information about the product to its customers. For example, whenever we receive a debit or credit card, we are always sent a letter along with it. This letter firstly appreciates the customer, tells about the benefit of the products, and give other useful details like how to activate the card, etc. This letter tells the customer that the company cares about the convenience of the user. This creates a good image of the company. Third, business letter is simple and effective. In business letters, you have to use direct but polite language. It is very result oriented. So, success of business letter will be determined by knowing if the letter is able to achieve its objective or not. Effective business correspondence. If the business correspondence achieves its motives, it is called effective business correspondence. For example, if the motive of the letter is to sell the product, then the letter should increase sales. If the motive of the letter is to collect unpaid amount from customer, then the letter should be able to collect the amount. If the motive is to address the complaint, then the letter should remove any misunderstanding and make the customer happy. If the letter is able to achieve its motive, then it is called an effective business correspondence. An effective business correspondence should have the following characteristics. Clarity. Matters should be clear and without confusion. If a company has written that 20% discount will be given to anyone who purchases, however, the company has not specified the terms and condition, and thus it has become very ambiguous. This may lead to dispute. Instead, the business should include all the terms and conditions, like 20% discount will be given to customer who purchases goods worth 5,000 at a time. Here the first condition is that the goods of 5,000 needs to be purchased, and second condition is that goods of 5,000 is to be purchased at the same time and not in installments. Second, conciseness. Letter should be brief. Here, reduce the number of words by using the most appropriate and befitting words. For example, instead of writing that we are interested in purchasing books, drawing books, paper, notebook, color, etc., we can write that we are interested in purchasing some stationery. Here the words books, paper, colors, etc. are not giving any additional information, and so we have categorized them under stationery. I recently came across an advertisement of an app, so I have shared the example they have given in their advertisement. Here the extra words like needless to say, personally, I think, etc. is removed, and also some words are replaced with more powerful and appropriate words. So the paragraph is concised, but the main message is retained. Third, completeness. The letter should have all the required details. This will help to avoid doubts, because in case of doubts, communication will again be delayed. Example, if we write that goods have been dispatched as per your order, but if the customer has placed multiple orders of various types, then he will not understand this message. Here you need to specify that goods ordered on specified date have been sent through the specified mode of transportation. Concreteness. Words should not have multiple meanings and should not be general. Like instead of saying I want to buy chairs, we have to be very specific that I want to buy 25 chairs of type 7. Consideration. Letter should be reader centric and not self centric. Instead of saying that I am opening a store to earn profit, you should say that I am opening a store for the convenience of the customers. Correctness. Facts given in the letter should be correct. Also, the language given in letter should be correct. Use of wrong information or wrong language creates a very bad impression of the firm. Courtesy. Language of letter should be modest and courteous. This will make relation between customer and seller more respectable and intimate. Always remember to use the magic words of please, thank you and excuse. So what are the characteristics of effective business correspondence? First, clarity. Second, conciseness. Third, completeness. Fourth, concreteness. Fifth, consideration. Sixth, correctness. And seventh is courtesy. Clarity, conciseness, completeness, concreteness, consideration, correctness and courtesy. Now let's move on to the style of business letter or the layout of business letter. The popular styles of business letters are fully blocked, modified blocked, semi-indented, fully indented, hanging indented and NOMA. In fully blocked style, date, address, salutation, body of letter, complimentary close and signature are all written on left hand side. No space is kept between the margin and the beginning of the para. Thus, the right hand side is unused. It is easy to type as extra care in spacing is not required. In modified block style, date, complimentary close and signature are written on the right hand side, whereas everything else like the salutation, body of letter is written on the left hand side margin. Here both the right hand side and left hand side are being used. Here you will have to take care in typing. In semi-indented form, the inside address begins from the left side and the beginning of every paragraph is indented. In fully indented style, the entire paragraph is indented a little away from the left margin. In hanging indentation, inside address is on the extreme left. Date and complimentary close are on the right side. Opening line of each paragraph hangs out. This is used to highlight important points. NOMA is the most recent layout style. It is prescribed by the National Office Management Association and thus the name NOMA, that is NOMA. Here there is no salutation or complimentary close. Subject line is in capital. Numbered items begins at left margin. Writer's name and designation are typed in capital, one line below the space for signature. So with this we conclude our second chapter of effective letter writing and its various styles. In the next video we will start our third chapter, that is outward appearance of a business letter. If you like the video, please press the like button, and if you have any suggestion for improvement, please give your feedback so I can incorporate them. Thank you.